Hey guys, this is Jennifer from the Shooter's Mindset. We're at SHOT Show 2020. I'm here at the Cody Firearms Museum booth with Ashley, and I just wanted to hear all about it because last year when we had this little interview, we were talking about that y'all were reopening and doing the big
right in the middle of it. Oh yeah. So last SHOT Show was really stressful because we were literally in construction for the museum, but we were still trying to finish fundraising, finish labels for 5,000 plus objects and content. So we were basically pulling our hair out. But in July of last year, 2019, we reopened the museum and it's been doing really, really well. We had a couple thousand people at the opening, which was over July 4th weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we definitely picked one of those times where like, it was really hard to get a hotel room if you wanted to be there, but people showed up and supported us, and so far, so good. People have enjoyed it, the public's enjoyed it, gun media's enjoyed it, and so is the mainstream media, which is really, really cool. And one of the big goals for what we were trying to accomplish.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What is your favorite exhibit right now?
Ooh, my favorite exhibit. Probably our military history gallery, which I have to give my assistant curator Danny a lot of credit for because he's creeping in the background. Because he worked a lot with like the labels and everything and the overall content for it. But it's really cool because it's like what I think is the perfect balance between a standard military history display of guns, so a lot of firearms representative of not just one side of the conflict, which the old museum had, but all sides of the conflict. But then it's also infused with technical history, your traditional military history, but also social history. So we talk a little bit about the idea of costs associated with war. We've got this big, powerful mural where we have a video inside the mural, and it talks about all the different costs that are associated with war, from soldier to civilian to financial to global impact. And then on the other side, we have kind of the opposite of that, which is how firearms have been used by soldiers to save their lives. And it's interactive where if you're a veteran, you can come in and type up your story, and it's kind of like a growing database that we have. And so I just feel like it was a really good way to kind of give the gun collector and the gun person what they wanted to see the firearms, but then also try to explain how complicated and how difficult it can sometimes be to talk about our military history, especially in a lot of different respects. And so we're really proud of that.
That is amazing. I know with everything, in the country right now, there's so much divide over guns, and a lot of people do not have gun knowledge. So how do y'all handle that when you have people coming in that maybe are not like, all of us that are gun enthusiasts, and they're coming in and they don't understand what a carbine is? Or how do y'all handle that with the different people coming in?
So actually about half of our audience doesn't really know anything about guns. We were doing surveys when we first started, and we learned that, because of the 4 other museums on site at the center of the West, that a lot of people that are wandering in paid their admission to go to the Whitney Western Art Museum, and then they wander into the gun museum. So when we built the new museum, it was very, very much with that audience in mind. And so what we have a mission statement right at the front of the museum, and it basically says, our job is to interpret 800 years of firearms history, good, bad, and indifferent. So we're not shying away from uncomfortable topics, because we feel that in the 21st century, especially with what people are talking about in the modern gun debate, that it's not appropriate to not talk about violence, but it's also not appropriate to not talk about when that is more often not the case. So we wanted to kind of balance that, but that we really saw the museum as kind of a foundation. So we can't be all Winchesters all the time. We're a foundation of knowledge for anyone to come in and get a better understanding of firearms so that they can make their own conclusions, because it's not really our job to tell them what to think. We just want them to know enough coming out that they can then start to formulate a much more educational and thoughtful kind of opinion about guns, so that when they're debating, it maybe can be a lot more productive in the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's great. So if everybody should definitely go visit the museum. It's in Cody, Wyoming. And if somebody wants information, what's your website?
Yes, so our website is does anyone even do that anymore? www.centerofthewest.org. And then you can just go to the Firearms Museum page on there, or you can follow our social media, which is always kind of fun. We are Cody Firearms Museum on Facebook and Instagram, Cody Firearms on Twitter, and then sometimes we get real weird on Reddit. So if you're brave, you can check us out on Reddit, in the gun subreddit.
Okay, now I'm going to do that as soon as we get off of this.
It's real weird,
now.
I promise you.
Now I really want to see it. All right, well, thanks, and everybody go check them out for sure.